Hey, welcome back everybody. This is Cool Coder, and today I am looking at LeetCode 206 reverse linked list. This is a pretty fun problem, I think. And so let's go ahead and read it. So basically we're given the head of a singly linked list, and we want to reverse the list and then return the reversed list. So in this example, here's our linked list 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5. And we're going to return the opposite 5 to 4 to 3 to 2 to 1. All right, so let's go ahead and look at this example here. So what we're going to do is we're going to loop through the linked list, and like most linked lists, what we're going to do is we're going to create a variable like current node or something like that, and we're going to set it equal to the head. And then when we loop through the linked list, as you know, we're going to use a c.next, right? So when we update our current node, we're going to do something like current equals current.next, right? So current.next is this node here. Since we know that current.next is the next value, what we're going to do is in this while loop, we're actually going to have to keep track of the current.next in a temporary variable, because we're going to change current.next to equal previous, right? So we need to keep track of this node here. So we're going to create some temporary variable and set it to current.next. So currently current is here and temporary is going to be current.next. So while we do this, we're going to also create another variable called previous, and we're going to set that equal to none or null, right? So now that we have this little structure in our while loop, what we're going to do is we're going to update current.next. So we're going to change current.next to equal previous. So what that's going to do is going to current.next will now point at previous. And then from here, we're going to update previous to equal current. So previous is now going to equal current. Current is going to equal temporary. And then temporary is going to equal current.next, right? So we're back here, and then we're going to do the same thing again. Current.next is going to equal previous. And then we're going to update previous to equal current. And then current is going to equal temporary. And then temporary is going to equal, you got it, current.next. So, and then we're going to keep doing this. So current.next is going to equal previous, update previous, update current, and update temporary. And then do it all over again while current is not null. Right, so previous, current, temporary is going to be null. So technically this is pointing to none, right? So current.next is going to equal previous, update everything. Previous is here, current is now none, and then we're out of our while loop. And so once we break out of our while loop, we're going to return previous because current is equal to null. So we no longer want to worry about our current node. Previous is what we're going to be returning, right? And this is exactly what we want here. So that's how you reverse a linked list. It is going to be O of n time complexity because we're going to loop through the input linked list and go through all n elements. So yep, that's pretty much it. Let's go ahead and code it up. All right, so remember we're going to create a previous value which will start at none or null. We're going to keep track of a current, which we're going to start off at the head of the linked list. And then while current, remember we're going to keep track of our temporary node, which is going to be current.next. And then our current.next, we're going to change it to be the previous node. We're going to change the previous to equal current. And then we're going to update current to equal the temporary value. And that's literally it. And once we get out of the while loop, we're going to return the previous value because remember, current is going to be null at this point. So previous will be the last or the first node in the linked list. So let's go ahead and run this, make sure it works. And there it is. It is that easy to reverse a linked list. So I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope you learned something, and I'll see you on the next one.